Hello, I'm Lavon, the examiner of today's test. What's your name?
My name is Phượng.
Alright, let's begin with part 1. First of all, tell me, where is your hometown?
Well, I was born and raised in Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam, and it is one of the biggest cities in my country. I think it's a busy city with thousands of people.
In this answer, she can replace a busy city with a bustling metropolis and people with dwellers.
Will you continue to live there in the future?
Yes, of course. I really like the dynamic lifestyle here. Hanoi is such a young and busy city where I can meet people from all walks of life. Besides, Hanoi provides everyone, especially youngsters like me, the opportunity to build up our careers as well as better ourselves.
We can see that she has used some good phrases like the dynamic lifestyle, people from all walks of life. It's quite a good answer in length and vocabulary.
Do you like drawing?
Yep, it's my favorite activity in my pastime. Drawing can help me feel more relaxed after a hard working day. Especially doing some pencil drawing is a good way to calm down and reduce stress.
For a better answer, you should use the phrase to be at ease instead of feel more relaxed, and replace the phrase reduce stress with the noun phrase stress relief.
Have you ever lost your way?
Definitely. I didn't know much about the directions and places in Hanoi when I was in secondary school, so I often get confused about where to go, and all places look similar to me despite having a Google map with me.
Quite a clear answer. Just a small thing I can suggest is the phrase don't know much about direction. It can be replaced with have no sense of direction.
Now we come to part 2. I'll give you a topic card and you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. Here's your topic card.
Thank you.
Describe a time you visited a new place. Your time to think starts now. Time's up. You can start speaking.
Actually, traveling is one of my desires to experience new country with different localities. Now I'm going to share with you a memorable and intriguing trip to northern province of Vietnam. When I was a fourth-year student in university, my friends and I planned to go backpacking in mountainous area. We want to contemplate the snow-clad mountains in the winter. To satisfy our adventurous design, we decided to go by motorbike and faced a lot of challenges. We started off the journey in the early morning to reach our destination as fast as possible. However, the fog and rain had been big obstacles for us when moving in hilly terrain. After about 5 hours of driving, we reached the homestay and had a light lunch. Then in the afternoon, we had some time to walk around, go sightseeing and take many pictures of lush green mountains and winding hill roads. In particular, we have a day to conquer the highest mountain of the Indochina area, Phan We could capture many pictures of the iconic places like the flagpole on the top of that mountain. It was quite a valuable and remarkable experience for me to stretch my limit and dare to make it to the end of my journey. Once back home, I still felt so elated that I could achieve quite an impossible mission of mine and felt content with the most interesting trip ever.
Alright, we've finished part 2. Now we move on to part 3. What are the rules students should follow at school?
I can remember vividly that the most difficult rule was wearing a uniform all the time when I went to school. Besides, students needed to go to school at 7 in the morning, quite early. I still feel a bit anxious when recalling this memorable and harsh time.
For this question, I have just one suggestion for the phrase remember vividly, which can be replaced by an idiom if my memory serves me right.
Do people often violate rules in Vietnam?
Actually, I had to say yes, since certain laws are passed with little forethought. It could result in a lot of controversies. The government, for example, has suggested a rule requiring people to use a vehicle that has been confirmed to be their own assets. Many people working as a motorbike driver expressed dissatisfaction at the time, since practically all of them were not able to buy a new bike and had to rely on used ones. This law had a negative impact on their livelihood and could not be implemented.
It's quite a good answer with some good words like a little forethought, express dissatisfaction, a negative impact on their livelihood.
What rules should children follow at home?
I have to say, children in Vietnam always have to obey the elderly and can't express their opinion. Gradually, it can result in much positions apparent on their children and ruin their freedom of speech. Recently, people were shaken by the news that a little girl was abused by her stepmother, but she got the ignorance of neighbors around because they thought it was just a mother teaching her daughter.
A good answer in general. Only a few words are not used entirely correctly. The phrase, she got the ignorance of neighbors, can be changed to something like, the neighbors were ignorant of the situation. Ruin their freedom of speech could be changed to suppress their freedom of speech. Sometimes it's better to stick to simple vocabulary to ensure it is used in the correct way.
That's the end of the speaking test. Thank you.